Welcome to Philology Maths, fighting problems one step at a time.
Welcome to Philology Maths. In this video we're going to see how to change the subject of a formula. Speaking of change, I feel a little change coming on myself.
Well then, that was unexpected. What am I doing here? Changing the subject of a formula. I think I can show you how to do that. First off, let me introduce myself. I, for legal reasons, will be called Student X. Now then, let's get started. Okay then, to start, we're going to make A the subject of the formula A plus B equals C. To do so, we will have to get A on its own on the left. This means you'll have to move B to the other side. Now you may notice B is a positive, so we'll subtract it from both sides. A minus B here and a minus B here. Our new formula shall be A plus B minus B, which cancels out, leaving nothing, equals C minus B. So our final answer would be A equals C minus B. And to continue, we're going to make U. Whoa, I don't feel too good.
Whoa! Well, I guess I'm back. Right, let's have a look at this example. So we have to make U the subject of the formula V equals U plus AT. Now to make U the subject of the formula means to keep U on one side. So we will underline U to emphasize that we are keeping it on the right side, and that means we will have to move everything else to the left. Now notice we have plus AT. Now to move this AT to the other side means we will do the opposite of plus AT, which is subtract AT. So we'll write down minus AT below both sides of the formula. So we've got V minus AT, therefore we will simply write down V minus AT on the left. Then we have equals, and then we have U, we will copy the U, and then we have plus AT minus AT, which simply cancels out. Now notice we have U on one side on its own. However, because they've asked us to make U the subject of the formula, we will simply rewrite this formula by swapping both sides around. So that means we will simply write down U, which is the right side, equals, and then we'll write down V minus AT. This simply makes our answer slightly neater since they asked us for U. Okay, so in this third example we have to make R the subject of the formula C equals 2 pi R. How do we start? Well, the first thing we do is we will underline R to indicate that this is what we need to keep on one side. That means that we'll have to move everything else to the other side. Now, how do we move 2 pi to the other side? Well, let's have a look at what 2 pi R actually means. What 2 pi R means is 2 times pi times R. So we have the invisible times sign right there. Now, in order to move 2 pi to the other side, we will have to do the opposite of times, which is divide. Therefore, we will have to divide both sides by 2 pi. Let's make sure we write it down below both sides of the formula. Okay, let's start with the left side of the formula. So we have C divided by 2 pi. Well, a simpler way of writing that down is C over 2 pi, which is the same thing written as a fraction. Then we have equal, so we'll simply copy the equal sign, and then we have 2 pi divided by 2 pi. Well, 2 pi divided by 2 pi simply gives 1, so we don't really have to write anything down here. The only thing we have to notice is that we have 2 pi R divided by 2 pi, therefore this R will remain on the right hand side of the formula. So notice we have C over 2 pi equals R. Since they asked us to make R the subject of the formula, all we have to do now is swap the two sides of the formula around to make sure we start with R. So we'll have R equals C over 2 pi. Okay, so in this final example, we have to make X the subject of the formula, Y equals M times X minus A. Okay, let's start with underlining X to remember that this is the term we need to keep on one side. So that means we will need to move everything else to the other side. Now notice here we have Y equals M times X minus A. So this involves expanding single brackets. So if you don't know how to expand single brackets, feel free to click on the link in the description below. We've created a video just on that. Now let's go ahead and expand our single brackets right here. So we'll have m times x, and then we'll have m times minus a. So let's go ahead and write down what we get from that. So on the left we have y, and then we have equals. Now what is m times x? Well, that's simply mx. Then what is m times minus a? Well, that's simply minus ma. And now once again I'm going to go ahead and underline the x term to remember this is what we need to keep on the right. Now notice everything else will have to move to the other side of the formula. Now once again we'll start with this term right here, minus ma, which is furthest away from the x. Notice we have minus ma, so we will have to do the opposite to both sides of the formula. The opposite of minus ma is plus ma. So we'll go ahead and add ma to both sides of the formula. So what do we get on the left? Well, that will be simply y plus ma. So we'll go ahead and write down y plus ma right here. Then we have to copy the equal sign. And then we have mx. We'll simply go ahead and copy that. And then we have minus ma plus ma. Well, that simply cancels and leaves nothing right here. So now we'll go ahead and underline our x again, just to remember this is what we need to keep on one side. So what we'll need to move to the other side will be this m right here. Now once again, let's think about this mx. What mx really means is m times x. So in order to move this m to the other side, we will have to do the opposite of times, which is to divide by m. Therefore we'll go ahead and divide by m on the left, and we'll go ahead and divide by m on the right as well. Now we'll have to divide the entire left hand side of the formula by m, so that means that we'll need to emphasize that y plus ma is all being divided by m. In order to do that, we will write it down as a fraction. So we'll have y plus ma over m. And then we'll continue with copying the equal sign right here. And lastly, we have mx divided by m. Well, what is m divided by m? That is simply 1. We don't really have to write that down here, so we'll simply write down mx divided by m equals x, since the m term will simply cancel with the m term we divided with here. Now we're almost ready to write down our answer because we've isolated x, we've made x the subject of the formula. But once again, we'll make sure to swap these two sides of the formula around to start with what they asked us to make the subject of the formula. So we'll start with x equals, and we'll simply write down this fraction on the other side. So we have y plus ma divided by m. Therefore we have the final solution, which is x equals y plus ma over m. This was a short lesson on changing the subject of the formula. If you like this lesson, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel for many more videos to come. Also, if you like the guest appearance of student X, feel free to let us know in the comments below, and he might be popping up again soon. Thanks for watching.
Have you suffered from a maths-related injury in the last 4 months?
You're in the right channel. Welcome to Philoty Maths!
What do I do?
Something funny, come on.
Something funny.
For our bloopers, come on.
Shall I do funny marks on board?
Let's just admit students are not funny. And just leave it at that.
Alright, okay. Sacrilege.
Anyway, I think we've got enough here.
I think that'll be fine, yeah.
That should be fine. Alright then, let's get rid of this student X then. Leave the set. What are you still doing here? This is like those Marvel films where everyone waits till the end to watch the bloopers. Is that what you are doing? You should be asleep right now. It's up to midnight, you know. Why are you watching maths videos again? Shame on you. I'm joking. Click on the like button below. I really need your like.